Hello, good morning. How's everybody doing? It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. We're going to be doing a little boxing lesson here for my Champs Boxing students. This week in general, all of my lessons, I want to really focus on shadow boxing and helping you guys get better at shadow boxing because it's such a great tool, especially for us to use for my Champ students. You guys are going to be a little ahead of the curve when it comes to shadow boxing because we do it pretty often in class. But I still want to give you guys some good tips so that way when you're practicing your shadow boxing at home or when you get to come to one of the outdoor practices, you'll be ready to go and won't be confused as what you should be doing when you're shadow boxing. So I posted a video at the end of the week last week. You can go back and watch that. It has some tips, but a quick recap of the video. Basically, I go over the points of starting and finishing in a good stance and staying in balance. We talk about constant movement, making sure you're not just stuck in one place. You want to make it as realistic to an actual boxing match as possible. So you can't just be standing still, not throwing punches. And you've also got to add defense. Again, going back to making it realistic. If you're in an actual boxing match, you're going to get hit, right? You can't just be attacking the whole time. You got to be ready to also defend. So we talked about that. And then just throwing your combinations and making every movement with an intention, okay? It's got to make sense. You're not just going to throw a punch off balance or out of position just to do it, right? If you're not in a good stance, if you don't feel comfortable, you should reset, get back to a good stance, then start moving, start throwing your punches and adding in your defense, okay? But we'll go over that a little more as the class goes. Body with each punch. Okay, get ready. And begin. Make sure you're pivoting your feet. You're turning your hips, your shoulders. Turn and just throw your hook, bring your other hand back to your jaw. Going, guys. Keep going. 15 more seconds. Make sure you're still pivoting on the ball of your foot, turning your hips each punch. Good. Shake those arms out. And then last round, we're just going to go back and forth with our uppercut. Okay. Each one, make sure you're bending at the knees, dipping your body down, and lifting up. Okay. Turn that foot, push your hip forward and drive your uppercut straight towards the ceiling, okay? Still staying in a decent stance. Make sure you pull that hand back to your face after you punch each time. Again, uppercuts. Try to drive through the ball of your foot as you lift up. Push off the ball of that foot. Keep going, guys. Almost there. 5 more seconds. Good. Shake those arms out. Now let's stretch a bit. Neck rotation. Move that head in a circle. Loosen up your neck. Switch. Roll it the other way. Good. Side bends. Good. Other side. Good. Bear hug. Swing your arms back and forth. Good. Swings. Swing your arms all the way up, all the way back. Okay, and then arm rotations all the way around. Okay. Switch the other way. Okay, big circles, nice and controlled. Open up your shoulders. Okay, one arm across the chest. Reach underneath. Give it a stretch and hold. Switch, other arm, across the chest, reach underneath and hold. Good, behind your head, grab the elbow, pull down. Good, switch, other arm, behind the head, grab your elbow and pull down. Hold it. Good. Okay. Now, hip rotation. Swing those hips in a circle. And trying to loosen up those muscles in the lower back and in the hips. Good. Feet together, legs straight. Reach down, touch your toes and hold it. Good. Knee rotations. Move your knees in a circle. Good. Other way. Good. And have the seat. Stretch your legs out a little more. Legs straight out in front of you. Reach for your toes and hold it. Good. Straddle stretch, legs apart. Reach for the middle as far as you can. Good. And then last but not least, let's get a butterfly stretch in. Feet together. Grab your ankles, elbows down into the side of your leg, pushing your legs to the floor as you lower your chest and head down to the ground. Hold it. Good. Okay, stand on up. Shake everything out. Grab yourself a quick drink if you need it. All right. Now on to shadow boxing. So for us specifically, Champs Boxing, we can break our shadow boxing down in say maybe three different sections. Okay, we can start off by just working footwork. Okay, after we do one round of just working footwork, then we can do one round with footwork and punches. Then you can do one round of doing footwork and defense. Okay, so those are different ways we can break it down. Ultimately, our end goal is to be able to put it all together, to be able to work on our footwork, our punches, and our defense all together. Okay, but in order to get good at doing that, we're going to take one thing or two things out. We'll start with just the baseline, which is our footwork. We should be working that as much as possible. Okay. Again, when I went over the tips of shadow boxing, if you watch that video, constant movement, right, requires you to keep moving your feet, keep in your stance, keep moving around. You don't want to be a sitting target, okay, especially for what we do. Okay. If you stay still for too long, you're no better than a heavy bag, just hanging there, right? You're an easy target. Your opponent will be able to hit you, no problem, right? So you got to be able to keep moving efficiently, okay, without falling off balance or getting out of your stance. Okay? So first round, let's just work on our footwork. Okay, I'm going to put 1 minute on the clock. We're going to get into a good boxing stance, okay? And you're just going to use whatever space you have. I just want you to practice moving in your stance, okay? So you step back, step forward, step to the side, okay? Don't cross your feet. Don't let them get too close together, okay? You can turn the other direction, right? But keep your hands up, stay in a good stance, and just keep moving around. Practice all your steps, okay? For 1 minute. Okay, let's go ahead and begin. Good boxing stance, okay? Beginners, don't get too complicated. Keep your steps simple. Okay, forward, back, left, right. My intermediate students start stepping diagonal, right? Advancing forward diagonally. Okay, stepping back diagonal. Okay. Advanced students, make sure you're focusing a lot on pivots, keeping that head movement. Good. Okay. So there's our baseline there. All right. The next two rounds, we're always going to be moving like this. We're going to keep our feet going. Okay. First round, we're just going to use the footwork, throw punches. Okay. Whatever punches you know. Straight punches, hooks, uppercuts. That's fine. Don't worry about defense right now. Just focus on moving your feet and throwing punches. Okay. 1 minute still on the clock. The bell sounds, get a good stance. Okay, begin. You're going to step, and then you're going to start adding your punches in while you're stepping. My beginner students should be really focusing on that starting six, right? The straight punches, the hooks, and the uppercuts, okay? Just getting those punches out there and getting back to your stance efficiently. My intermediate students starts changing up the levels. Make sure you're hitting high, low, right? My advanced students, same thing. Good. Okay, now, next round, we're going to take the punches away. We're just going to use the footwork with our defense. Okay, so use your imagination. Pretend like you're about to get hit and try to defend yourself. Okay, you can use your covers, okay, catches, parries, slips, bob and weave, whatever it is you know how to do. Okay, you can duck, but keep the feet moving. Okay, we're still going to keep that first round, that footwork that we were working on. We're just going to add defense. Okay, let's go. Move around, block, might move a little more, cover, move around, double cover, right? Might cover the body down low, right? Might put that hand right in front of my chin, catch a punch, right? Might parry, right? I might tap or swipe my hand across to try to parry the jab or parry a cross, right? I can duck under the punch, block, move around. Okay, keep those feet going. My intermediate students, okay, you can bottom weave underneath, right? Moving with advanced students, we can slip. Cover. Right. Okay, keep that head moving. Keep defending. Good. Now, good job. There's one basic way there just to get everything in. Okay. If you're having trouble with the punches or with the defenses, then we'll take the footwork out of it. Okay, but this is one I'd rather you guys do on your own at home, right? If you want to do it stationary, take the footwork out of it, and then for one round, you'll just practice your punches on your spot, right? For one round, you just work defense, okay? Whatever defenses you know, right? Keep your head moving, right? Do whatever to pretend you were defending or blocking a punch. Keep that head moving, right? After you get your punches and your defense down, then you can add that footwork back into it, okay? So I didn't do those 2 rounds today, but for my beginners, I recommend maybe doing stationary first, okay? Just throw punches for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right? Then just work defense for 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 3 minutes. Then work your footwork for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Then pick up where we just finished, right? Do footwork and punches, footwork and defense, okay? And then the final step would be doing everything all together, right? So we put all 3 together. So we'll do that here in a second. We'll get 2 good rounds of shadow boxing in, okay? And we're going to add in our footwork, our punches, our defense, all of it, okay? A couple things, use your imagination, okay? Back to what we said about throwing punches with intention. You have to pretend like you're actually going to hit a target, right? Throw it with some intention. Now, that doesn't mean we got to throw punches fast or throw them hard, okay? But you want to throw them correctly. Throw them as if you were really punching a target. Get your hands back as if that target could hit you back, right? Get ready to defend. Get ready to move, right? You don't want to be sitting still. So grab yourself a quick drink, and then we're going to get 2 rounds of just regular shadow boxing in, okay? We're going to put it all together. Whatever you know, do your best with it, okay? Again, we'll keep working on this. This is going to be something we're going to be seeing a lot of coming up soon. A lot of shadow boxing and things like that. We can't do too many partner drills right now, okay, because of social distancing. So shadow boxing, boxing our own shadow is a good way to just keep to ourselves and still get some good training in, okay? Shadow boxing helps develop muscle memory, right? The more you're doing shadow boxing and moving around, the more that gets ingrained into your body, right? Your muscles start remembering these motions and these movements, and it starts becoming easier the more and more you do it, okay? So I'm gonna put a minute back on the clock, okay? And we're gonna get 2 rounds in, each one focusing on our footwork, our punches, and our defense, okay? So let's go ahead and begin. Good stance, okay? Get that footwork going, start that up, moving around, get a couple punches going, right? And then start bringing the hands back and blocking, and then moving again, right? And it doesn't have to be fast. Remember, it can be slow. Here, right? Still shadow boxing. Okay. But here I'm just working a little more on my technique, making sure everything's where it needs to be. Okay. If you want a little more of a workout, or you feel comfortable throwing at that speed, then you add a little more speed. Start going a little quicker. And you feel comfortable with that, then you can add a little more speed. Okay? So make sure it's gradual progression as you're going up, guys. Don't just jump right in and try to go as fast and as hard as you can. You're going to make a bunch of mistakes. Okay? The more mistakes you make, the more bad habits you develop. Okay, one more round. Put everything together now. And use the space you have. If you don't have a ton of space, then obviously cut back on your footwork a little bit. Just work in the area you have, okay? All right, last one for shadow boxing. Move around. Very good. So, build it up. Okay, if you guys are still having trouble with your shadow boxing, then break it down in steps like we did in the beginning. Okay, 2 extra steps you could add if you want to make it even more simple is just do 1 round stationary throwing punches, 1 round stationary doing defense. Okay, then pick up where we started. Do 1 round of footwork. Then add your punches back into it. Then do 1 round of footwork, take the punches out, add your defense to it, right? Then after you get those down, put it all together. Okay, if you do all of those, it'll be 5 rounds total until you get to the 5th round, which would be everything. Okay, so keep working on that. Hopefully that helps you with your shadow boxing. Watch the tip video if you want a little more information or some more tips on how to work on shadow boxing. Okay, that video is up on YouTube. Just when you're done this video, back out, find the shadow boxing tips, and watch along, follow with that. All right. Before we get out of here, I want to go over our 4-count defensive combinations. I made changes to the blue shirt 4-count defense combo. Okay. So we're just going to work the white shirt defense combo and the blue shirt defense combo. Red shirt defense combo, I want you guys just to hold on for a second on that. I'm reworking some of the moves in that one. Okay. I want you to focus on relearning the blue shirt combo because we made some changes to it. Okay. But before we get to the blue shirt combo, let's work on our beginner 4-count defensive combination. So 4-count defensive combinations for you guys, they all start with the 4-count, hence the name 4-count defensive combination. So we're all going to start with a 4-count, whether you're white shirt, blue shirt, red shirt, doesn't matter. Okay? You start with the 4-count. Now, each shirt level, the defense that follows that and the counterattacks that follow that will be different. Okay? So, with the white shirt defensive combo, we start with our 4-count. If you don't know the 4-count, our chance boxing 4-counts: jab, cross, lead hook, rear uppercut. Okay, that's our champs boxing 4-count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, one more time from this side: jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Okay. After you get your 4-count down, then for my white shirt, we're going to start adding in our covers. Okay, so I throw the 1, 2, 3, 4. That same hand I just threw my uppercut with has to get back to my face quickly because I'm going to cover that side of my head to defend from the left hook. Okay, so I go 1, 2, 3, 4. I pull this hand back and I block this side of my head. Okay, my opponent is trying to throw their hook. I just cover it with my glove and my arm to stop that punch from making contact with my face. Okay, as soon as I cover with that hand, okay, that same hand fires the cross right back down the middle. Okay, so that's a little tricky if you've never done it. But as you throw the 4 count, that rear arm comes back, blocks the face, and then it throws the straight punch right down the middle. Okay. After the cross, we fire away with another lead hook. Then that same hand we just threw that lead hook with has to hurry to get back to the face to cover the other side of our head. Okay. Now our opponent's trying to throw a right hook. Okay. I cover from the right hook, and then I return with another left hook. Okay, so again, that part would be another tricky part because you're using that same hand, right? You finish with a hook, you block, and then you got to throw another hook. This is all with the same arm, okay? And then to finish your combination, you're going to follow through with one more cross right down the middle, okay? So all together, you're throwing 8 punches and you're blocking twice, all right? So we start off with our 4 count, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. It's 4 punches, right? We defend. We throw cross, hook, we defend, and then we throw hook, cross. All right? So real slow. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut, cover, cross, hook, cover, hook, cross. Okay? So we'll put 1 minute back on the clock. And now we're just going to shadow box, focusing on this defensive combo, okay? Something else I talk about in the tip video, picking something to focus on when you're new to shadow boxing is going to make your shadow boxing round a little more productive, okay? So if you go into it not knowing what to throw or what to do, and you're just throwing punches for no reason that don't really make any sense or don't flow well together, pick a combination or pick a couple techniques that you really want to work on and focus on them. That doesn't mean you have to do that the entire round. You can throw other punches. You can start mixing in other defenses and footwork into it. Okay, but frequently you're going to revisit that combo. Okay, so I'll put 1 minute on the clock. Focus on the white shirt 4 count defensive combination, and start adding your footwork to other defenses and other punches in the middle. As I move around, right, I might throw a jab. Right, I might throw another jab. Okay, then I'm going to go right into my combo. Right, and then I move around a little bit. Okay, maybe I'll block a few times. Maybe I'll throw a jab cross out there. Maybe I'll throw a cross hook. Okay, and then I'll go right into my combo. Right, and I get right back in my stance and start moving around. Maybe I'll pop the jab out a few times again. Right. Cover a few times, right? Maybe slip, bottom weave, right? And I throw my combo. Right? Moving around. Okay. So that's how you can focus on a specific combination or technique during a shadow boxing round, okay? Sometimes in class, I give you that combination, or I'll give you that punch that I want you to work, right? But when you're doing it on your own, and I'm not there to tell you which ones to work on, you have to think to yourself what combinations you need to do or work on to get better, right? Obviously, this 4 count defensive combination is a combination white shirts need to know to get the blue shirt. Okay, so obviously you might want to spend a little time perfecting and really working on that combination. Okay, now blue shirt 4 count defense combination. The previous 4 count combination for blue shirt was 1, 2, 3, 4, bob and weave, hook, hook, bob and weave, hook, hook. Okay, we're going to add 2 more punches to this. All right, instead of just throwing 2 hooks, there's going to be 3 hooks after each one. Okay, but one of the hooks is going to go down to the bottom, to the rib. Okay, so real slow. Starts off just like the 4 count defensive combination for the white shirts. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut. Okay, but instead of bringing this arm back to cover, we're just going to bring this arm back, and then we're going to bob and weave over to that side. Okay, so one more time. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut, hand comes back to my chin, I bob and weave underneath, okay? As I bob and weave, I turn my shoulders, right? Back to my stance. I start with the right hook up high, then my next hook, instead of throwing that left hook up to the head, I'm gonna bend my knees to lower my level, and I'm gonna dig that left hook right into the liver, okay? Right into the side of the body, all right? From there, I pull it back, and then I throw my left hook up high, okay? So instead of just going hook, hook to the head, you're gonna go hook, body, then hook to the head. Okay, so you're gonna double up on that same side, going low, high. All right, one more time from the beginning. Jab, cross, hook, uppercut, bob and weave, hook, hook, hook. Okay, now after we finish with that lead hook to the head, then we bob and weave the other way. Okay, and then we return another left hook to the head, and similar to the other side, we're gonna dig our rear hook right into the body, right into that rib cage. Okay, we pull it back, and we throw another hook up high to the head. Got it? So to make it a little simple, or to give you a way to remember it in your head, instead of just throwing two hooks up high, after you bob and weave, you're gonna go high, low, high on the same side. Bob and weave, high, low, high. Okay? So the whole combination, one more time, I'll show you guys from the side. 4 count, bob and weave underneath, hook, 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 bob and weave underneath, hook, hook, hook. Got it? So we'll put 1 minute back on the clock. We'll practice this one while we shadow box, and that'll be it for today. Okay, 1 minute on the clock. Get a good stance, start moving around. Remember, we're still shadow boxing, so you can add in whatever footwork you want in between. You can add a couple extra punches in between. Okay, throw a little 2-punch or 3-punch combination. I throw some defense. Then I go right to my combo. Under, pop, pop, pop. Under, pop, pop, pop. Okay, then I keep moving around. Maybe I'll cover a couple times. Maybe my opponent's trying to jab me a couple. Right? Maybe I'll catch him. Boom, boom. Then I'll throw my combo. 4, under, hook. Hook, hook, under, hook, hook, hook. And I'm back to my stance. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bob and weave, bang, bang, bang. Bob and weave, bang, bang, bang. Right? And I'm back to my stance each time. Maybe I'll throw a couple jabs, right? And then I'll go right back to the 4 count combo. Boom, boom, boom. Under, hit, hit, hit. Under, hit. Hit, hit, and I'm right back to my stance, okay? Good job, guys. And that's it. So that covers mostly what I wanted to work on today. Red shirts, stay tuned. I'm reworking your 4 count combo a little bit, and I'll have everyone's straight punch defensive combos coming up shortly as well. So stay tuned for that. I'll have videos on the YouTube channels or on the playlist for you. Just check back later, and hopefully, I'll get to see you guys soon in one of our outdoor practices, okay? Have a good day. We'll be back shortly with our workout video. Thank you.